Hello, this is your host Rayjay, Rayjay Randy Hawkins, and welcome to the third episode of the Rayjay's World podcast. Um, um, the First of all, I'm going to read the stories that were posted on Rayjay. Three top stories that were posted on Rayjay's World this past week. Um, First one is Randy Orton and Tommaso Ciampa got in a bit of a Twitter feud, and that his wife got involved, Randy Orton's wife. Apparently, uh, Randy Orton basically said, "Go back to your training school where you belong," and then Tommaso Ciampa turned around and I guess tweeted back, "Well, your Randy Orton matches put my daughter to sleep." So he answered back, and so on and so forth. And apparently, um, on WWE's The Bump, I didn't report this on the site, but WWE's The Bump um, has had talked to Tommaso Ciampa, and he is interested in doing a fight with Randy Orton. So we might see something to come out of this. I don't know, but something just tells me it screams something will come out of this. Okay, the next story on rayjaysworld.com is the story that MLW is the first wrestling promotion to go on DAZN. DAZN is a sports streaming service that that you pay like, I think it's like $10 a month, and you get like Bellator's MMA fights with that subscription, and any other promotion or whatever they have on on that subscription service. People who have DAZN have said that episodes of MLW Fusion have turned up on there, and MLW's Opera Cup pay-per-view has been put on there, which is telling me that they're going to use DAZN. The MLW is going to use DAZN like WWE Network, where they will put their content on DAZN, which includes pay-per-views, and when those pay-per-views come out, you can watch them on DAZN for the subscription price that you pay each month, instead of paying the requested pay-per-view amount that MLW is requesting at that point. This is a good deal for MLW, and I actually think it's a good, very, very good idea. Now, the next story is on there's a rumor going around that WWE is interested in purchasing Evolve and its parent company, WWN Live. I mentioned this on my blog on rayjaysworld.net that I don't believe Meltzer had put out this rumor, and like I've said before on this podcast, I don't really trust Meltzer with a lot of things, but based on what's going on 205 Live tonight, they've got two signed Evolve wrestlers wrestling on 205 Live tonight. So that is very telling, and it seems legit due to the fact that two stories came out. One yesterday that Paul Heyman was removed as head of creative for Raw, and Bruce Pritchard is taking over the reins of both shows, over the creative reins of both shows. And apparently, there's another rumor. There's another rumor that that one Vince McMahon doesn't like the ratings that NXT is bringing in. So my suggestion in the blog is maybe they could, once they buy Evolve, they could merge Evolve into NXT, calling it WWE NXT Evolve. That might be a good strategy, and they could, when they name it that, they could say, well, just call it Evolve. And in my opinion, I think an Evolve against AEW would probably bump the ratings a lot more with the hardcore fan base that AEW is trying to take from WWE, and what they're doing with what WWE is doing with NXT is they're trying to bring those fans back. So, as I think, that's probably what's going on. So, if you want to read these stories and more, visit www.rayjaysworld.net to read them. Okay. Now for my review of AEW, Dynamite, and NXT. The thing is, I don't remember a lot of things in these shows, so I've decided the main points in both shows that have gotten my attention. First of all, on AEW, it had a part where the Revival were fighting against Butcher and the Blade. Now, this match was pretty good. Usually, most AEW matches kind of get stale for me because I'm not into a lot of the stuff they're doing. But I felt that with FTR there against Butcher and the Blade, it was basically old school wrestling that everybody that FTR has been pushing for since the day they got together in WWE as the Revival. And it was what the old school fan has been looking for. And AEW should keep it going and not remove that. You know, try to introduce that more and keep the old school coming in. I know they're a new company, but like, bring what was the old school, the diehards that were watching the stuff. Maybe they'll bring in more fans. You'll have millions of viewers instead of the 800,000 that they currently get right now. 800 to 900,000 they currently get right now. So yeah. And the other AEW match that I know that I was following was the match between for the TNT title between Cody and Mark Quinn. Of course, Quinn loses this, But at the end of the match, one of the members, I forget his name. Just hold on a sec. I gotta remember names here. I forget his name, but he's the muscle on the Inner Circle, which is Jericho's group. He shows up and he wants to go against Cody for the title. More than likely, I'll talk about that when next week Fyter Fest, when that goes down. I will be talking about that because it will be broadcast on TNT. Now on to the NXT stuff. The major thing that happened was the match between now I forget his name, but the weird guy who kidnapped the Undisputed Era during Adam Cole's fight. That was the match between them. He went and fought him, and it turned out he won the match. They pretty much pushed him out of the ring and stuff and whatever, and Adam Cole was sitting in the ring, like standing there waiting to find his next opponent for his next match. And then Scarlett appears. So they're trying to do a Killian Cross versus Adam Cole match. He, of course, he may lose this title if Karrion Kross takes him out. More than likely, knowing how much they're putting Karrion Kross over in NXT, more than likely they will give Karrion Kross the title once he goes against Adam Cole. Sorry, Undisputed Era, but just your era is over. Anyways, stay tuned for my Raw. If you're listening on podcast, stay tuned for my Raw and SmackDown review from last week. I had to rearrange it because I was going to do a podcast reaction to Takeover in Your House, but I became part of the roundtable on Spotify on Keeping It with 100's Patreon page. So if you want to listen to that, you can go. If you're a member of Keeping It 100's Patreon, you can listen to what I have to say about that. The other guys who were with me didn't really watch it, but me, Conan, and Disco at least watched, and Jeff watched a little bit. So if you are, it's not part of the podcast. They didn't add a little bit of stuff to it, so it'll be on their Patreon page. So if you're a member of Keeping It 100's Patreon page, go ahead and listen to there. There's going to be a little bit of a change coming this week. I'm going to do my Backlash review and my Raw review like I do my SmackDown review the day after, because my work is reopening from the coronavirus or the Mark Carino virus, because probably this show will probably be blacklisted because I said the C word. Anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed this segment, and until next week, remember, it's my world, but we all just live in it.